like for us to come to an acceptance. And it is in the Bible. I've read this before in my series on the two witnesses. And if we go over to Ezra, the book of Ezra, and that's after the book of Chronicles. Okay, if we go over to Ezra, we will hear what the conversation here. Cyrus helps the exiles to return, and I've got the New International Version. I've got King James, but I flicked over on the New International Version. So if we go over to chapter 1, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, in order to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken by Jeremiah, the Lord moved the heart of Cyrus, king of Persia, to make a proclamation throughout his realm and to put it in writing. This is what Cyrus, king of Persia, says: "The Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has appointed me to build a temple for him at Jerusalem in Judah. Any one of his people among you, may his God be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem in Judah and build the temple of the Lord, the God of Israel, the God who is in Jerusalem. And the people of any place where survivors may now be living are to provide him with silver and gold, with goods and livestock, and freewill offering for the temple of God in Jerusalem." So basically what's happening is that the Lord sent his people into exile. And he promised that he was going to go for a certain amount of time. And now the time is up. He's setting them free from exile to return from Babylon, where Nebuchadnezzar was once ruling, and now to return over through the prophet Israel and Nehemiah back to Jerusalem and to build the temple of the Lord, you see. So King Ezra, King Cyrus is just confirming or affirming that the Lord has now handed him over all the kingdoms of the earth. Nebuchadnezzar didn't have all the kingdoms of the earth, but Cyrus, his anointed one, according to chapter 45 of Isaiah, the Lord anointed him, called him his anointed. So he's an anointed Gentile. And at times the Lord seems like he can anoint the Gentiles, because I've seen it in the book of First Kings, when he calls Elijah and then Elisha. So Elijah went and anointed on the other side, besides his own people. So the Lord has his own strategy and his own style of showing that he is God. He is God of the earth and the heaven. He made it. He made the earth and the heaven. So whatever interception that may take place on his earth and on his heaven, because he said, "I am the Lord of hosts," ultimately the Lord will show that he is God and there is none other than him. So folks, can I tell you, we will get around to it. We will get around to realizing that our true Lord Almighty, our God of the earth and of the heaven, he is alive and well, and he's watching each and every one of us, taking note, because we're in the God of punishment right now, taking note of all of us, because he has that beautiful, wonderful, supreme plan ahead for each of us. So he's watching us to see that his word will come to pass, that we shall come into his blessings. Can I tell you, folks? So now, alas, we have been in a lower standard of ourselves, and now the Lord wants to open the leaven gate, that we can come higher into him. And he's causing those of us to stir in the reading of the Holy Bible, in the reading of his holy word. And now the Lord wants to show that he is a teacher. He can teach us his holy Bible. We don't need to wait upon man to teach us. He can teach us and even nominate those of us to pass on the teaching. I've got to clear myself on this one so that you'll continue to listen to me, because you might just go off waiting for the Lord to come and teach you. But hey, I'm here. So let us share the moment. And after that, you can pick up your Bibles and pray and ask the Lord to lead you. But I'm here. We'll share the moments, okay, guys? And I thank you for those who've come into the chat room. So, now, the Lord is teaching those of us His holy words. He's connecting the dots. He's taking us deeper, further into His word, heightening the understanding and giving us a realization that we never had before. And it's like, well, Lord, how is it you're doing this now? Where were you before? Okay? And all I can say that this is a pivotal time. We are in pivotal moments, meaning that we're in a time of change. And I'm going to say we're in the on the edge. Pivotal is when something is it's kind of like pivoting. It can swing either way. Yeah, it's on the peak of, and it can swing either way. So it seems like we're in pivotal moments, and so now the Lord wants to let us know that He is God. He's in charge, and He wants to make that change in us. He's the one that we should acknowledge, as the proverb says. He wants to make that change. He wants to bring us higher into Him, to let us have that heightened awareness of Him than ever before. So the Lord is I'm going to say He's getting to work, which He's always been at work, but He's getting to work to open some of us to His holy words. And the issue is, how many wants to receive this new word? How many of us wants to come into a heightened awareness of the Lord? How many of us wants to move forward? How many of us wants to go upwards and onwards? How many of us want to believe that something new is taking place on the earth? How many of us wants to believe actually that there is a spiritual transformation taking place? That soon our spirits will be awakened and we will no longer dwell or exist in the fleshly realm. That, it seems to be coming to an end. You see? That is coming to an end. So now we have to prepare ourselves to come into a new understanding of the Lord, to be leashed into the Lord, to come into His obedience and to receive the full rewards and blessings. We have to begin to reshuffle our thoughts and begin to believe, have that spiritual belief in this new happening that, can I tell you folks, is happening on the earth. The Lord is taking back His earth from the Gentile spirit, and He has promised it through His various prophets. And we really ought to know where we are in His promise. We need to know the Lord's timing, not King James Version's timing, can I put it that way, but the King James Version Holy Bible is very good. I applaud the Bible. It's very good. When you read it, he's put it together. His crew has put it together really nicely. Okay, so but it's for the Lord to take us deeper into it to get that full understanding and appreciation, the poetry behind it. You see, and to read the silent words and see the silent mantras, the repetitive message that goes on throughout the Holy Bible. And can I also add, folks, stay with me on this, because it's a recording, so you know you can always listen to it over and over. But there is a hidden language in the Bible, as I said, and in that hidden language is the true message of the Holy Scriptures. There's a true message, and it's a message of preparation. It's a message that is leading us to coming back into the promises of the Lord, to return to His blessing, to His commandments, the obedience of His word, His decrees and statutes, and to dwell in His word. And you know, in John it says that in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word is God. So the time is drawing where we can live in the Word and be God in ourselves, so to speak. Come into the resemblance of God, you see. But now the issue lies in there are those of us who've been carried away by this new revelation of reading the Holy Scriptures like never before. And can I tell you, we feel quite smart in ourselves. We go around and we feel quite smug. But the thing is, dare we share this with anybody, and there's suddenly a whole entourage of offense come. People suddenly, they become quite vexed when you show them, hey, look what the Lord has been showing me. Look what the Lord has been telling me. And people become very cross. They become very, very, very cross, and they're ready to hurl abuse. I had a lady who I was playing with her baby. The baby seems to want to come to me, and my friend said, the baby looks like he knows you. He wants to come to you. So I allowed the baby to come, and he was giggling away and laughing with me and jumping on my lap and that. And so I was telling my friends that the Lord is using me, and I was saying that He's showing me something new in the Holy Scriptures. Okay, and the lady took her baby away, and I said, what happened there? She goes, it's my baby, I can take my baby if I want to. I said, what? Because I said such and such. And she got very offended and put her child in the pushchair and went off. And rather than ask me, well, what is it that you've learnt in the Bible? And I really don't understand. If we are full of the love of the Lord, and to love the Lord means we give honor to each other. Can I tell you this, folks? We give honor to each person. We think good of each other. We don't think wrongly. We're not quick to bring a judgment on a person and to think the worst of that person. We should always look for the best, think the best, and take time to listen. Because maybe the Lord is speaking through that person. Maybe the Lord is moving through the person. Sometimes we're entertaining angels. Take care how we entertain strangers. We never know that actually this is an angel sitting beside us, wanting to bless us. You see, many times in the Bible, we have seen, Elijah, he needed the angel to come to him when he hid in the rock after Jezebel's accusation. He hid there, and it was the angel that came to him and fed him. Okay? We've seen with Jacob, the angel has come. Many a times, angels have come to rescue God's people. So, we really have to take care in this season, when the Lord is bringing forth His messengers to bring a new message, or a message that has never been realized, has never been seen in that perspective. We have to take care that we don't just take offense. And as a matter of fact, why are we taking offense? Because who taught us the Bible in the first instance? Was it God or was it man? So are we putting man before God in the respect that we're holding on to something old and don't want to move into something new? We don't want to accept that the Lord wants to revolve the earth. And revolve means it's not just spinning round and round and round in an axis, but it means it's revolving upwards. As a child, I had one of those little triangle things that you used to take the top, and it was like a drill, and you'd bring it down, a spinner. That's right. And then as you went up and down with it, it would start to spin. Okay, and eventually when you let go of it, it would spin around the room, and if you do it quick enough and with enough strength, it would actually spin into the air. Actually start to spin, and it used to marvel me. I really got excited about it. And so the earth isn't just spinning around on an axis. The earth is actually spinning upwards and upwards, and it's going through universe and universe. It's not one place, you see. But we are forming a resistance on the earth, because the Lord